Wow. So woke up to the news. Today is May 6th, 2022. Um the passing of Kevin Samuels on yesterday, Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May. It was honestly it kind of hits me. I know a lot of controversial things have happened around Kevin Samuels over the last couple of years. Um, and I was actually a fan of Kevin Samuels when he just dealt with men's fashion, cologne, clothing, appearance, things of that nature. He was an image consultant. And I just remember at a certain stage, I was looking to kind of be able to revamp my wardrobe. And I found his channel. And again, it wasn't but maybe a year afterwards where he really kind of came to notoriety and fame for his discussing relationships, particularly in the black community. And even my lady, oh gosh, she would be triggered by a lot of the content that Kevin put out. But I watched his evolution in content, and I can honestly say, as a fan and a follower of Kevin Samuels, who understands the context of how many women in particular dislike Kevin Samuels as a person. I mean, the personal attacks on him because of his content were vicious to say the least. But as somebody who actually listened to what Kevin Samuels talked about and understood his motivation and intent as a consumer of his content, again, I did not know the man personally, never met him, but I did follow his content consistently. He was sincerely and honestly trying to have a conversation publicly that needed to be had on. He started again addressing his particular niche because again he was targeting high value men for his consulting services. But when he got into the relationship game, it just kind of opened up for everybody to kind of start listening to him. And he honestly was a catalyst for conversations that needed to start happening. And because of him, whether people liked him or not, whether you agreed, disagreed, um, or fell somewhere in the middle of that spectrum, you can honestly thank Kevin Samuels for the new level of engagement and awareness on relationships that we are having these days. So, um, for me, yeah, there's a lot of sadness. Again, I was quite fond of Kevin Samuels, and I understood some of his ways were abrasive to others, but um, he stood on what he believed in. He had a well articulated, well thought out way of communicating. The man was no dummy, not by a long shot. Um, and even how he engaged and handled his critics and detractors was strategic. Again, the Godfather, as he's affectionately referred to, definitely left a mark, and his legacy will be as one of the great thought leaders in relationships in the early part of this century. What he was able to do in the last 2 years has started a movement of conversation about relationship, in particular on the perspective for men. So thank you, Godfather, for that. I hope you are resting well in power. But just know that what you started will be carried on, and we will get this together. And for all the people who hate Kevin Samuels, I hope that you have enough character and dignity about yourself not to um, celebrate or put some type of negative energy to his name. But I know some people are just going to do it anyway. They're going to say he got his karma, what he deserved. I just don't see that as the case. Um, but yeah, when somebody dies, or death has a way of sobering and humbling you to really put life into perspective. So hopefully there can be something gained from this. Love you, Facebook fam. Mindsets Group. Brother Mark's got out. Peace.